Well, just driving down the street, look what I have rolled up on here. We got us some four-wheel drive running gears under a pretty clean old Chevy body. Pretty straight. I like it. That's a fun rig. Cute little feller. Little workhorse there. Multicolored, we like that. That's cool. Well, I'm out here in East Wenatchee at an apple job that we're going to be doing. Small job, about 1,000 trees in this block. And I'm here today to make a saw cut and check the bark to see if it's slipping. What that means is in the springtime when the sap comes up, you get enough moisture in the ground, and the pressure of that moisture in the ground forces the water in the tree to come up, and then you start getting these little green tips that begin to bud out because of that moisture coming up in the tree. Begins to take up nutrients from the root system. Okay, I need to check that bark to see if it's loose, if there's enough sap and moisture in that tree under the bark to make the bark come loose, because trees of this size, we're going to just slip a graft under the bark. We'll make a little cut and slip the bark, or slip the graft in, and I'll be demonstrating that because one lonely farmer wanted to try and graft a tree, and this would be the technique that he would be using on his apple tree. Now, he's been awful busy with that tractor, and so I don't know if he got his sign wood or not, but I'm going to demo for you guys anyway this bar graft. But I wanted to mention also that yesterday I got my belt back. I got my grafting belt back a couple weeks ago. Victor gave this back to me. He had to borrow my belt because his was too short and he couldn't get it fastened. But so he said, "Where's your scale?" I said, "Come on in the house." We were out in the shop, of course. I said, "Come on in the house." So he got on my scales here. Victor's looking down at his feet, and I got my toe on the back of the scales. And I ran him. He weighs about 175, 180, and I ran him up to 210 with my toe on the scale. I was thinking this morning maybe I'll give him about 2 weeks and tell him. I'll start telling him, "Man, Victor, looks like you've been losing some weight, man." And I'll get him back on the scales and let him weigh out right, you know what? He'll think he's lost 40 pounds. He got on the scales yesterday, and it seems that he's lost like 30 pounds, and he's kind of strutting around, you know. He's feeling pretty good about himself. He said he felt good. He said, "I feel good, Ken." I said, "You look good, Victor." So, you know, he's happy about all that weight loss. And yeah, it's been good. This work's been good for him this spring. Okay, I'm going to cut a tree down and check this bark, and I'll grab you and bring you over closer so you can be able to see what I see when I make that cut. Okay, now what happens is I cut that high enough that I'll be able to make a recut when it comes time to graft that. And I have a hard time seeing my viewfinder, my screen out here, as you know, in this bright sunlight. But what we're trying to determine here is this bark loose. And I'm going to lay my blade up there and pull it. See that bark lift up off the wood? That's what we want. So then we'll make the graft and slip it right down under that bark. And lo and behold, it will grow. So I'm going to try it over here again in another spot, because sometimes the bark will slip on one side of the tree that doesn't on the other. It's kind of the nature of the beast, but yeah, it's slipping good. So if I can get in frame here, there it is. Yeah, all right. Another way you can do that is to make a couple of cuts in the bark and then see if it lifts up, and of course it does lift up. All right, good sign. We'll be on this job toward the end of the week. I'll give the client a call now and let him know that I've been out here checking on this, and I told him we can get in here when the time is right. So that's what we're going to do. All right. Thanks for watching. Well, just drive by the end of this block. Let's take a look down those rows. See what we're going to be doing. I think we're going to put about 6 grafts on each tree. Should take about, I don't know, a couple days. And then that's going to be kind of the end of my season. It's been a very short season. That's okay. But I'll be kind of wrapped up now until up into May, and then I'll be going to Oregon to do some vineyard grafting there. And grapes work better when you do them a little bit later. The cambium needs to be active, the grapes need to be moving, taking up nutrients, and they work a little better when it's hot. So these are some trees we grafted this block, I don't know, several years ago. I'd say 5-6 years ago. That may even be 7th leaf on those trees, but you can see the graft union. You can see where we put the graft in, and that's healed to the stump all down through there. I've done quite a lot of grafting for this client. He's a good guy. I give him a hard time. He's an Alcoa lifer, and he's like 65 and still out there working. I asked him if Alcoa had any money left, or he'd get it all. But he says he's trying to get some more. He does have to pay the grafter, you know. I won't take that much, I guarantee. Anyway, we're doing a lot of work out here. Here's some more grafts that we did. We only needed 1. They trained up 1. Okay. See ya. I gotta get back up. Check on Victor and see what he needs me to do. Later on.